Hey guys, so I got an excerpt from the Blackjack Lab. Specifically, this is number 6, triangles. Read 3 integers from the keyboard, angles 1, 2, and 3 that represent the angles of a triangle. Write code using if statements to print the type of corresponding triangles, be it isosceles, equilateral, or scalene. Only one correct response should print. And we've got 2 test cases. So with 60, 50, and 70, we get scalene. With 100, 50, and 40, we get an error because those don't actually add up to 180. So we do have to include a test condition that eliminates non-triangles as well. So I've already got my scanner set up right here. And let's write some comments. Okay, so I need to prompt the angles. And then I need to ask if it's a triangle. And then I need to go through the different varieties. Now, you can do them either which way you want, as long as you tend to go in a pattern. If we think about the Blackjack Lab that we already did, we eliminated all possibilities of busting first. That made our sample set much smaller, so we could only deal with when we were actually playing the game. Similarly, we're going to do the same thing. First thing we're going to do, get rid of anything that's not a triangle. Whether it's more or less than 180, we need to get rid of those. After that, you can go either direction. For this example, I'm going to go with more being correct to fewer. So we'll go equilateral, then isosceles, then scalene. Okay? So and you can thank my years of being a math teacher on how I can spell isosceles that quick. So, all right, so prompting is very simple. I need a print statement that I tell the user what I want. Okay. Enter angle number 1. And I need to have a place to store that value. So int angle 1 equals, my scanner's name is scan this time. Next. That's it. Now, as a lazy coder, I'm going to copy paste, and I'm just going to update my numbers. Update them correctly. Okay, there's my 3 prompts. Get my 3 angles. Okay, so first thing I need to do is make sure that it is a triangle. So again, I'm going to copy paste. I only need the print line. So I need an if statement. Now the only way that I can even potentially have a triangle is it has to be exactly equal to 180. So I'm going to have to add up the 3 inputs and make sure they equal 180. Now, since I'm doing math, I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate it in an extra layer of parentheses just to make sure that Java knows to process that math before it actually runs the test. Shouldn't be a problem, but you know, better safe than sorry. So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is not equal to 180. Okay, so if that's the case, and I will go ahead and put curly brackets because I know some of y'all prefer that, then I'm going to go error not a triangle. And I'm done. So that's all it takes to make sure that we've accounted for non-triangles. So everything we see from now on in the if block has to equal 180. So now I can go through and get real fancy with my tests here. And that's all they're going to be. They're going to be if statements and print lines. Equilaterals, the easy one. If all 3 angles are the same, you can set them all equal to 60. You can make sure they're all equal to one another, as I'm going to do. But you can also eliminate a little bit of the tests. So we know there's only 3 angles on a triangle. I don't have to test each pair to make sure that they're there. I could actually get by with 2. Because if angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, and angle 1 and angle 3 are equal, then 2 and 3 have to be by logic. If you want to expand all 3, you have my blessing. Feel free to do so. I'm going to go a little bit lazier and just limit it to 2. So there's angle 1 and angle 2. I have to use my and statements because both of these have to work. And I go angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Okay, and if that is the case, then I have my equilateral. There you go. Again, copy paste. Now isosceles means that two sides, or two angles in this case, are equal, but I do have to account for all three parts being potentially the pair. So I'm going to change my ands to an or, and then I'm just going to add the third missing block within there. So the one that I don't have yet is 2 and 3. And if that is the case, it's isosceles. Last but not least, I've got my scalene. Now, scalene's the easiest one to understand what's going on. None of the angles are equal. We're good there. So I don't actually need a test because, and I'll go ahead and do this now, it only wants one response. So that means I need to link these by making these if statements, else ifs. And here, instead of actually giving it a test, I've eliminated everything that's not a triangle. I've eliminated the equilaterals. I've eliminated the isosceles. The only thing I should have left is the scalene. So I don't need a test at all. I just need an if statement. And that should be our code. So let's run a few tests. We'll get one of each. Okay. 100, 50, and 40 will go to bust first. Okay, not a triangle. Good. AD, 50, 50. There's isosceles. Equilateral. Okay, we got an error here. Oh, I didn't change the text. I'll cut parts of that, but I'll leave the rest of it in because, yeah, you need to see that, you can fix mistakes. Scaling. Done with a little bit of troubleshooting at the end. Thank you.